Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. Today we are running 6.1.6 Aspect of War. For those who are not familiar with that node, is the defender becomes unstoppable for 6 seconds whenever he activates an attack, special attack, and after 50 seconds he becomes unblockable. So it's a fun little node that we will get into and how to deal with it once the path starts. Our first fight is against Moon Knight, so I'm just gonna bring Colossus and just parry and heavy him and kill him. You can use any champion you like. I would really suggest try to get some heavy damage in your team for this path. If you have a Stark Spidey, a Hyperion, Ghost, Corvus Glaive, Captain Marvel, the new version, the movie one, all of those champions will help you finish this path really quick. So try to incorporate them in your team. As for the masteries, again, try to have the suicides active because that's 60% extra damage and that really makes your whole grind for 6.1 much faster, much easier. But then it's your choice. I know they can be expensive, but they are well worth the investment. Coming up next, the fight is against Havok. So again, for Havok, you can either use someone who has armor on him, like a permanent armor buff, so they don't get damage from the plasma blast from Havok. So you can use a Colossus, you can use a Warlock, you can use an Angela. At this point there's a lot of champions in the game that you can use. Or you can use power drainers, so you have Vision, the OG Vision, or you can have Dr. Voodoo with his L2 special on even combo. Or you can also have Cyclops because that he's Havok's brother and is immune to the blast. So once you take the plasmic blast away from Havok, he is a pretty straightforward fight. You just need to be careful about his unblockables. Try to push him to L2 because his L2 is easily available. L1 can be tricky sometimes, but with the good amount of practice it's possible. Be wary about the global node, that is Hurt Locker. It gives you a huge amount of damage if you use the same type of special attack twice in a row. So just make sure to alternate your special attacks and you'll be fine. Again guys, this is going to be a 15-minute video, so I will leave the timestamps in the description down below. Make sure to check them out to skip ahead to any other fight or any particular fight you're having issues with. And as always guys, if you like what you see and if you enjoy the video, you find it helpful, make sure to like it, share it, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below what approach you would have taken. All of that really helps me out a lot. Heimdall is going to be your next opponent. So he's not a tricky fight, he's a good place to get a charge for your Corvus because of his auto block. So as soon as he uses an L1, he has a chance to auto block your next hit when he has a true side buff active. So just keep baiting his L1 out and keep hitting him until he auto blocks you once, and then you can either knock him down or you can use special attacks that will give you the charge, and one charge for Corvus is plus 3000 damage, and with suicides he will start hitting very hard, and we will need that hard hitting for the path that is coming up that starts with Thor Ragnarok for Aspect of War. So now the fun really starts. The first fight on the Aspect of War node, that's going to be Thor Ragnarok. He has combo shield on him and also has strike back, so whenever you use your special attacks you will gain a bar of power, so just be wary of that. Apart from that, Hurt Locker, the global node, so don't use the same special attack twice in a row. Now, the two ways to deal with an aspect of war node is either you power lock your opponent and you do intercepts. So something like magic and vision, they do great. You just power lock them and then you take them in a corner and then you keep intercepting them. Now, because this one has hurt locker, so you can't use magic, you might be able to use vision with his L1 and L2 cycling, or you can able to use magic as well with L3 and L2 cycling with an L2 power boost, but that becomes a bit tricky. So the easier way to deal with this node is to bring some really heavy damages. So Stark Spidey comes to mind, Captain Marvel with the new movie version comes to mind, then you have Hyperion, then you have Ghost, Omega Red, or if you're amazing at Quake, you can bring Quake as well. So all of these champions will work great against aspect of war. My chosen champion is going to be Corvus because I have him at rank 5 and I have Suicides active as well, so it's really hard. So it all depends on you what champions you want to bring in it, but the focus should be to finish off the fight within 50 seconds before he gets unblockable. So the path is really fast and really quick. The next fight is against Thrasher. It's not a difficult fight, you just need to keep hitting him until he dies. Just try to finish him off before 50 seconds. The easiest way would be again to either bring someone with a high damage output, someone with high crit rate, or you can just bring in Quake. Another champion that will work really well in all of this part is going to be Aegon. You can use the first 3 fights to build his combo meter, and then you can just use him to finish off this path really quick. The key fights for this path is going to be the Havok in the beginning, the second fight, then is going to be your Gulk, your Gladiator Hulk, just because he gets unstoppable in between, so you just need to be wary about that. And before the boss you will have Rhino. Now the difficulty with Rhino is when he charges in with a medium attack he becomes unstoppable, so you cannot intercept him, and also he can go unblockable as well. So imagine a Rhino coming at you with unblockable and unstoppable, so it's difficult to get a hit in. So again, you have to stay close to that. We'll get more into that fight once we get to it, but those are the key fights for your reference to be prepared for. Next up is Stark Spidey. He has Aspect of War, Hurt Locker, Strike Back, and he also has Arc Converter. That is, if his AI is active and you use a special attack, he gains 1 bar of power. So together with Strike Back and Arc Converter, if you use a special without deactivating with his AI, he will easily go to L3 and then he will decimate you. So the easiest way to do this is just bring a Cosmic Champion so you don't have to land a heavy to deactivate his AI. So the final fight before the boss is going to be a Rhino. This is a key fight in this path because he has Aspect of War, Strike Back, and also enhanced abilities. So anytime he uses his specials, they're going to be unblockable. Also, whenever he charges into you, he's going to be unstoppable. And also, sometimes when he's charging into you, he'll get unblockable as well. So it's a tough fight that you have to regulate his power as well. I just brought in Hawkeye just because I think Hawkeye is a very underrated champ. So I just use him on this part to make sure that I keep his powers in check. Now right here I forgot that there's a hurt locker on this path, and I used 2 L1s in a row and I got some really heavy damage. So right there and then I knew I wasn't going to complete this fight with Hawkeye. So this is what happens when you do the same path. You go against 2-3 champions and then you tend to forget that there's hurt locker as well. But anyway, I think Hawkeye has done his job with all those bleeds. So even if he goes down, I can bring in another champ to finish him off. So the final fight is against Sentinel boss. He has quite a few nodes. So he has stun immunity, he has a hurt locker. Then every 25 seconds he will drain power from himself and you because of Plagued Mind. And also his most annoying node is all the champions against him reduce their attack damage except a cosmic champ. So really your best options would be to bring hard hitting cosmic champions. So Hyperion is there. Medusa will have an added advantage of having utility against robots. Even a Corvus can work, or you can use any champion that has compounding hit effects. So for example, you can use a Star Lord, because the more you get the combo meter higher, the more damage he does. And you can use an Aegon, and you can even use Gilly 2099, so it's your choice. The easiest way for this fight is to just keep baiting out the L1s. Don't go to L2 because sometimes it's hard to bait the L2 or to dex it. Sometimes you will just get clipped and it gets really annoying. So just simply bait the L1 out, go back in, hit him. This is more of a long fight than a difficult one. So yeah. Also guys, for the purpose of the video, I used 565 champions, but if you don't have them, that's okay, you can use 455s as well. Just make sure that you boost really well. You can use your damage boost and your HP boost, and also in some cases, if you're using a Hyperion or someone who will have enough power, even though after Plague Mind, you can use L2 power boost as well. So that will make the fight shorter as well. So this is easily doable with 455 champions as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you found it helpful. If you did guys, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, share it with everyone, and please subscribe to the channel. All of that really helps me out a lot. And apart from that guys, I hope you're staying safe and you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.